Good morning. My name is Maria DeStore, and I go LinkedIn Live every Tuesday morning to share tips and tricks with you so that you can get your career off of autopilot and get on your way to monetizing your brilliance. And today we're going to talk about when we're stuck in a rut. You connected today because you are ready to take inspired action in your career. And we all travel different roads to get to this exact spot. We have different career stories. Some of us have been soaring high in our careers and we're reaching for higher highs and just different stories, different journeys. Others of us may have this need to get to the next level on our own terms. Some of us might find ourselves motivated to take this action from a place of discomfort because you're in a job that's the wrong fit or in some kind of situation that you want to change. Some of us might be in a point of desperation because we're without work and we need and want more. No matter how you got here, it is human nature to start and stop and start and stop when navigating towards a goal, especially if it's a big, hairy, audacious goal. I'm going to assume that if you're here today, you've already done the work and you're clear on your why and what your goal is. And if you're not quite not quite there yet, then go back and watch last week's video where I go in depth on how you can identify what it is you want and why you want to get there. Today, you know what you want and you're ready to go after it. But you're excited at first about this new side hustle, this new career, this new journey, the promotion, the job, whatever it is that you're going to go after. But maybe you've hit a few hurdles and then you really can't remember why you were inspired to do this in the first place. It's not going well. You got a lot of rejections. But then you get amped up again. You listen to a podcast, you talk to someone, a door is open to you, and you get really excited to go for this goal again. And then you hit another hurdle and things slow down and months have gone by. And you try to take more tentative steps in that direction. You put yourself out there, but then rejection comes again and the cycle begins again. This is so common. It is not just you. Don't worry. But today I'm going to share some ideas and tips to help you navigate this roller coaster that is a pivotal career transformation. What makes some people successful in making these big career leaps? And what can you do to rewrite your career story? You got to be it till you become it. Is your bullshit meter already going off? All right, here are some steps for you to be it until you become it. Number one, change your environment. Have you ever heard the thought that you are going to rise to the level of the 5 people that you spend the most time with? How can you surround yourself by people that are at that next level? Also, maybe accelerate yourself by people who have already done this exact thing that can teach you how to accelerate the progress and avoid some of those landmines. Hint, you gotta get out of the same places that you've been hanging out. That environment that has gotten you to where you are today is not the same environment that's going to get you to this next level. And if we get even more nuanced, how can you change the messages that you receive every day? What does this next level person read? What is their morning routine? What do they wear? What events can you attend virtually and in person? How can you remove naysayers and toxic people that are pulling you down from your life? Number 2, this addresses the bullshit meter a little bit. How can you upskill and reskill? If you're feeling though that imposter syndrome and you're doubting that you can achieve this big thing, is there any merit to these thoughts? And if so, how can you upskill and reskill? Where can you go to gain experience? Can you volunteer? Can you volunteer for a project at work? People need help. Just step up. Also consider your transferable skills. What are you doing outside of your work hours? What are you so good at that you take for granted that other people think it's like a magic power? Are you a super organizer? Are you a super mediator? Do you build community? Consider these transferable skills. And number 3, I might argue is the most important. Mindset, mindset, mindset. If you're feeling imposter syndrome, there's another name for that. It's just you self-sabotaging yourself. Consider what thoughts are at the base of these limiting beliefs. Question what you know to be true. What? Well, who told you you're not good at math? Who told you that people who look like you and come from the place that you do don't make it? Who told you that you were not good enough? Why do you continue to give any of these things in your head that have been there for decades any more power? Question what you thought you knew to be true. Another thing to do is stop comparing yourself to others. We are all traveling different journeys, and social media is a lot of smoke and mirrors. You don't know the real story behind it. And instead of comparing, maybe learn from other people who are at a place that you want to go to and ask for their mentorship. And remember, just being able to see your limiting beliefs, those stories that you tell yourself in your head, those doubts, just being able to see those is the first step. Understanding that these things have been ingrained in your brain for decades, and that doesn't make them true, and that doesn't make them real. And learning how to rewire those pathways in your brain, those stories, to change the messages that your brain believes to be true is going to take some work. Stop fear and imposter syndrome from slowing you down on this epic career pivot. And if you're ready to take a deeper dive, then grab your free call with me. It is my goal to help you see your specific roadblocks and plan actionable strategies to keep you from that rolling back and stop, start and stop, start and stop. I want you to get off the merry-go-round and launch into that next big thing. Last week, we talked about understanding your why and what. This week, we talked about how to get that momentum going and keep it. And next week, we're going to talk about crafting a career that fits your life vision. I hope to see you then. And remember, drop me a DM. I'll also put the link in the show notes. Hop on my calendar and let's talk. I want you to be well on your way to this next big career pivot by September. Are you in? See you next week.